Hi everyone, it's Jill Lancet, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia, in Sydney, actually in Greystanes. And how is everybody? Now, the other day I stumbled on this really great heat embossing hack with gel pens. And I said, you know what, I'm going to expand on that. Well, today is the day. So I've got two the same but different stamp techniques for you, and we'll get started straight away. Okay, now first of all, the up to 60% last chance products sale has started. So if there's anything there you'd like, get in quick. Already things have sold out. The Stamparatus is being deleted, being discontinued, and it's gone. The sale started yesterday and it's already gone. So that's how quick things disappear around here. So yeah, go and have a look at that. Look in my store. You'll see the banner that says up to 60% off last chance product sale. And if it says shop now, if you click on that, it will take you straight to those items that are all up to 60% off. They're not all 60% off, but there are some really great bargains to be had. And they are while stocks last. If they're out of stock, you won't see them. You won't see them there. And if you have an item number and you attempt to put that in, it will say that, sorry, that item number doesn't exist anymore. So you might want to have a plan B. But anyway, I got an order in yesterday, and I put another demonstrator order in today, and it's the pre-order for the brand new catalogue that is coming out on the 1st of May to customers. If you join my team before then, you can actually have access to the catalogue and all of the pre-order items before anybody else. So if you want to think about that, you can contact me at my email address there. In my online store, there is a stack of other contact details there. So yeah, a couple of things to think about: the sale and joining. But anyway, let's get straight to this. Now, I've already done a whole stack of bits and pieces here. And we're going on to that gel pen / embossing powder, but this time there's a bit of a twist to it. So I've got some things here. I've got 2 card bases. I've got 2 pieces of black cardstock. Forgot to mention them, measure them. Let me see. They are 10 by 14.1. And they are going to fit onto our standard card base, which is half an A4, scored at 10.5. I've already cut out some pieces of the fabulous, it's called Perfectly Penciled. It's probably on the sale if it hasn't already sold out. So all these beautiful black and white designs, naturally they're two-sided. But you can colour them if you like to colour. If you find colouring relaxing, this is the job for you. Okay, so I've also cut out some greetings from this amazing set. It's called Charming Sentiments, and it stamps and dies. And the dies, fussy cut them. If you've already seen a couple of my videos, you probably know that I'm just not a fan of fussy cutting. These do all of these. Look, beautiful. There's more other dies there as well, and they are little candles. You can do hearts, little flowers, fireworks, but they all will cut out all of the greetings that are on here as well, just like that. So I've already done that. I've white embossed that on to some black cardstock. I cut it out of the middle of one of these pieces. Nobody's going to know. But rather than get an extra piece out or scrounge around for a scrap, I've stamped them, embossed them, and then cut them out of the middle. Nobody, as I said, nobody will even know that that happened. That's our little secret. So I've also cut out of each of the pieces of designer series paper, which the measurements are 12.8, I want to say 12.8 centimetres by 9 centimetres. So I've got two pieces. I've used the Stylish Shapes circle dies. Now they cut inside and outside, so they've left a stitched border on the smaller circle that's cut out and a stitched border on the outer circle. So you can see where these have come out of one another, and they've both got a really lovely stitched edge to them. So this is, I think, the middle size one. There's 5. No, there's 6. There's 6. So it's the third largest one. The third largest one, and it fits in there like that. Now these make really good frames, and I'm probably going to be making a card in the next couple of videos featuring how to make frames out of those. So that's another one of the items that I've used, is the Stylish Shapes dies. You'll find that in the catalogue. The number is 159183. Now, if you just put that number in, you'll find them. The Charming Sentiments stamp set is 159985. The die set is 158733, and I'm not sure if they're available as a bundle or not. But have a look in your catalogue, because if they are a bundle, you'll save 10%. Anyway, so it's not so much about all of that as it is about the technique. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now I just want to make sure I've got the right flowers with the right paper. And yes, I have. Okay, so the first one I'm going to do is, it's called spotlighting. And everybody, I don't care who you are, I'm sure, raid the kids' desks. I'm sure you have some gel pens somewhere in the house. So I just got 2. I got a blue flower one and a green one, a blue one and a green one. And they're both different brands. They're just pens that I had lying around. So what I'm going to show you, what I'm going to do is, I use the embossing buddy. I have put plenty of that on there, and I'm just going to colour the flowers just roughly with the gel pen. It does not even have to be fantastic. And if you do it in lines, it'll even look like it's meant to be flowers. So bear with me, because I'm not very good at talking and colouring at the same time. Of course, you could go all out here and, you know, do your best colouring. But if I were to do that, we're going to be here all day. So now the gel pens do stay wet for a little while. I'm using the clear, and depending on the weather and how quickly they dry, you can do them in bits and pieces. Heat them as you go, which I will do. I'm using heat 2, Stampin' Up heat gun, and you just need to put that on there till it turns shiny. Now I'm going to hold that up and show you what we have now. We have this beautiful textured colour. I'll do some green. And they're just ordinary gel pens. Gel pens that the kids probably had when they were at school. But yeah, just they stay wet longer than, certainly than our markers and our blends. So you can do them in bits and pieces. And people are going to go, wow, how did you do that? Now I can actually not heat it. I can just continue on putting the powder on, going around colouring and then putting the powder on again, and it'll be okay till I heat it up. I just want to show you how amazing this is. So I'll just do another one, another leaf here. And then I'll dip that again, and we might heat that again. It's a very, very easy technique to do. Just got to be careful. A, that you don't burn yourself, and B, that you don't get this stuff everywhere. Hang on, the tip of my take your pick tool came undone. So I'm not sure whether that, you can see that better if I hold it flat like that. I'll just finish this one and then we'll complete both cards at the same time once I've done the second technique. So now I'm going to do the flower here. Now I just tried to match these to colours that we have. In this case it's like the light night of navy and old olive, but it's not going to matter. I'm going to show you the next technique, and it is going to be using our products to colour with, and I'm going to show you how I managed that one as well. But I'd love you to have a go at this. I mean, it's very easy. We're spotlighting in as far as we're only colouring in the circle that we've cut out, so it's not going to take you all day to do. And you're going to be left with this very, very interesting technique. So I'll heat that. Oh, I forgot to do it on that one. I forgot to do it on that one. There we go. And because it's clear, it doesn't matter if it you don't get it all off because it's clear. And the last little bits I shall do now. Do this one here. And the gel pens go on really, really well. You know, they go on really smoothly. They do lay down a fair bit of colour. And it's just an interesting technique to do. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else has done this before, but this is just expanding on the technique that I did the other day, on the video that I did the other day. And this one's done. And the colours really pop once the clear embossing is on it. There we go. There's that one. Okay, so that technique goes with this card over here. And now this one here, I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to colour with the blends, our alcohol blends. Now you will need to protect the table because they sometimes go through. So now this is going to be a different spotlighting technique. And we're basically going to colour this in and then cover the whole entire circle with embossing ink and clear embossing powder. So I'm going to show you how that turns out, but we're colouring it first. And as I said, if you like to colour but you don't want to be here all day, this is probably the technique for you. A little bit of blue there. The reason I'm doing them basically the same is because I've got all the stuff here together. Now this is the light Night of Navy, this colour. They come in combo packs of 2, light and dark. But I found this one to sort of match the beautiful ribbon that I want to use, so that's the reason I'm using this one. Okay, so now we have our flowers. And what we're going to do here is dunk this whole piece in embossing ink. So I'm smooshing it on there. I'm getting it all over the whole surface. And then I'm going to take this, tip some of this over it. And tip that off. So you've got this funny thing, it looks frosty. It looks like it's sugar coated. So we'll just pop that back in there before something dreadful happens. Pop the lid on that. Now I will get my take your pick tool. Now, because this has been die cut, it's got holes in it, so I can actually hold it. If I put my little take your pick point in the hole, I can hold it while I'm heating it. So I'm going to heat this now and you'll see what happens. And you can see that the whole circle is going to be glossy. The colours really pop. And there we go. How good is that? So just give that a second to cool. And I can start putting these two cards together. So we have our card bases. Let's just pop that over there. Make sure your card opens the right way. We're going to, will I put the ribbon over both of them? I think I will. So what we'll do is, we'll do this one first. Glue. So it's just black. You can see where I've cut those two sentiments out. The measurements I've given you will give you a really nice little border all the way around. Everything has embossing powder all over it now, which annoys me greatly. Okay, so I was going to put the ribbon around there, but I'll just put the ribbon around here now. I'll just snip that bit off. Turn this over, put some, what's this called? Stamp and seal. Oh my goodness, what's this called? Okay, so that goes across there like that. Looks about right. Bit crooked. That's the good thing about this, you can move it. Okay, and we'll just glue that on there like that. Okay, liquid glue. Bit on there, bit around there. Oops, didn't put any there or there. Okay, pop this on here like this. Now, I'm going to use a glue dot, if I can find one. Take your pick. I'm just going to pull that off there like that, pop it under there, just to hold my ribbon down. Now, is this the one that goes there? Yes, you can see it is. Okay. So that's going to go up on dimensionals. So it's rather quick, actually, this this technique. I forgot to see what time I started. And we'll put one in the middle. Take them off without, take your pick tool. This thing is so handy. How many times have I used it already? Straight in the bin. And the hardest part is getting this to line up. So that's the hardest part. But by Jove, I think I've got it. Okay, so now we've got this little raised bit up. You can still see some of the black behind it, which adds to it. And we'll put our little message across here, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. So we'll put a tiny little dimensional on there. Pull that off. Put a little bit of glue on there. And that can go over here. Do it to one side, I think. Just like that. Make a bow. And we're in business. I always cheat with the bows. I never tie them directly on because they just they just never work for me, and it's more stress and hassle than you would think it is worth. So I always make a separate bow. Let's have a look here. Pop that on there somehow or other. What about like that? Another glue dot for the bow. And this card is done, except for the inside. So that's that card done. And there's this very interesting, shiny, textured embossing that people will definitely say, how did you do that? So that's that one. The second one, we're going to do it exactly the same way. So we'll just pop this on here like that. You don't need a ton of glue. I do keep telling you guys that. And that's there. We need some more ribbon. Oh, that's not ribbon. This is ribbon. We need about that much. Some stamp and seal. About there. Across the bottom. Just tuck it behind. Just check that it's straight. Right, I can glue this onto the front of the card now. Just make sure you go a little bit around that circle because we want that to stay down. Check which way your card opens, very important. Very, very important. Well, this one's a bit different size. Doesn't matter, it's going to look pretty good. Except for the glue that just oozed out everywhere, which is why I say don't use too much. Go figure. We need another little bit of a glue dot on there, and that looks a bit crooked to me, but that's okay because we can fix that with the glue dot. So I'm just lifting the glue dot up. See, it's stuck on the end there. And I'm just going to pop that under there. Okay, now this is curled up a little bit, but that's okay because we're going to stick that down with some more dimensionals. So just make sure you've got enough on there. Dimensionals are pretty reasonably priced. So use as many as you need. Some people only put 3 or 4 on, but yeah, nope, I like that thing stuck. Especially if it's curling up. And one in the middle. Take them off. That one come off, yep. Yeah, so the 60%, up to 60% off sale, we're into day 2 of that, and a lot of things have already gone. As I said, the Stamparatus, Gonski. Most of the in colours have gone. So you need to really have a look and see what it is you want and see if there's any stocks left. And they will continue to run out as stocks go down. Now, I don't want to cover up that because the beautiful flowers are right there. So I might do this one like that. So we'll put a small one of these either side, and we might put a little bit of seal just to hold that on there. take these off. So now we've got this focal point. You don't need to put anything else on that as regarding bling or anything, because we've got this really shiny spotlight effect. We need a bow and we're done. Two very quick cards, highlighting this clear embossing technique. Remember, the other one was any old gel pen, I think I just used a writing pen and it was black, and I signed my name. If you didn't see that video, it's on my YouTube channel. And then I sprinkled gold embossing powder on it, and my signature is immortalised in gold heat embossing now. And I think that is something you need to have in your little arsenal of techniques, because you just never know when the day comes when you need to do something like that. So glue dot on there. We might put this bow straight on, this one straight on, just to make them just a little bit different. And there we go, there we have it. So let's get all this stuff hopefully out of the way. You can have a look at these two cards side by side. So we have this spotlighting effect here using the gel pens that I'm sure everybody has, just ordinary art gel pens. This one happens to be a metallic finish, this one's not. Die cut the circle out, coloured them in, clear embossing powder. This one we used the blends, and then I smooshed, yeah, that's a technical term, I smooshed Versamark ink over the whole circle and put the heat embossing powder on that and heated it. So now we've got a glossy focal point that's coloured as well. It carries on, the design carries on. So yeah, people will wonder how you did that. So I hope you have a go at that. I really do hope you have a go at that. Don't forget that these gorgeous sentiments, the charming sentiments, you can purchase the dies that will fussy cut them out, and trust me, you could sit there and just do a whole pile of those and just keep them. And when you need to put them on a card, you've already got them. Do some black with white, some white with black, whatever. But there's a lot of different sentiments in there, and they look gorgeous. They really do. So there's our two cards. Do go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. Just look for Jill Lancet, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you will find my Facebook page. That is also my YouTube channel. My store is there, and my email address is there. Now, if you are purchasing anything, please, you can use this host code. It is good till the 1st of May. And that is when the new catalogue comes out, everybody. So I've had a look at it. There's some really beautiful things in there, but I will go through that on another day. There's our two spotlighted heat embossing cards. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.